Hi Aquarius, welcome back. Aquarius, this is going to be your May you versus them reading. It's general, so it can be interchangeable. Keep that in mind, and let's go ahead and get started. Overall energy, this is the shared energy between you and the person you're connecting with over the next 2 weeks or so. My readings run about 2 weeks. This is the North Node of Destiny, which actually, this card in this deck, to me, represents the sign of Aquarius. So this is all about your fulfillment, your purpose, maturing, practicing emotional integrity as well as maturity. It's all about becoming who you really are, okay? And this connection could be bringing that out in you, most definitely, but it can also be bringing that out in the person you're connected with, as this is the shared energy or the shared karma, okay? So let's get into it and see, Aquarius, what your overall supporting energy is on your side. Then I'm going to pull cards on their side. We're going to go back and forth between the past energy, your perspective on each other, how you truly feel, and next steps. So, Aquarius, you're showing up as King of Cups here. I'm sorry, Knight of Cups in this deck. This is your supporting energy. So this is all about tapping into your more emotional side, your more ethereal, spiritual self, being open to love, to connecting, okay? There's a sense of destiny here. And if you look at the card, it literally says it right there at the top. And if you go back to Sunday and watch your reading I did live, it was all about karma and destiny. So that makes sense to me. So this may be a continuation of that reading for some of you. But yeah, a really spiritual nature here in your approach, or that's what's being supported. Now, the person that you are connecting with is in the Fool energy, which is actually about taking leaps of faith, you know, new beginnings. Yes, it can be impulsive energy. It could be foolish, hence the Fool. But usually it talks about, you know, just kind of going for it. This person may be in that energy, or that's being supported, you know. Your person also, they need to heed some red flags though, okay? They have a high likelihood of ignoring some red flags during this time frame, or ignoring their own intuition as far as what the next correct move is, okay? The next correct action, so to speak. So let's go a bit further into it, Aquarius, and see past energy leading up into this moment. You got the Ace of Wands here. So, Aquarius, you, and the Death card, you kind of went through a rebirth, to be quite honest with you, and justice in order to get your balance back in your life. All right, and so this is past energy, what led up to this point, right? So this could be way far back past for some of you, or recent past. It's going to be different. But either way, it was a very strong transformation energy, all right, that brought you balance, okay? Even if it felt like you were going through a lot of intense energy, or a lot of changes, a lot of endings, a lot of beginnings. It could have felt like you were just like hitting learning curve after learning curve after learning curve. And you come to this place where you can see the growth now because of that. You can see how that actually made you into a stronger, emotionally mature person. And that's kind of the energy leading up to this. There's definitely a spark here, okay, in the recent past, and that could be within this connection. But there, you know, there is either, like, it stops as soon as it starts, or that's how this connection has been in the past. It's like, you know, all things ahead, full steam ahead, or things completely end, you know, and there is no in between, maybe in the past energy. But if that was the case, I do feel that it was justice brought, or more balance being brought to that coming into the present energy, all right? So let's see what this person's past energy was here. All right, so they have the 5 of Wands, the Justice card, and the Sun energy. So Aquarius, this person, you know, in the past energy, they really, I don't know, some of them let themselves go into this place of inner conflict where it's just, they kept telling themselves that they couldn't do something, or blocking their own energy, or, you know, kind of placing obstacles where there weren't obstacles. I don't think this person was intentionally doing that, Aquarius. I think that they weren't aware that maybe they were manifesting how their internal dialogue, and then, you know, receiving it in their external reality, or perceiving that in other people in their external reality. This person has justice here as well, though. So I do feel that justice has been served on both sides coming up to this moment. Karma has been served on both sides. If there was a lesson to learn within the connection, and you know what, we don't accidentally bring any connection into our life. You know, either the purpose is to grow you or grow you. That's it. Either way, you know, so there are lessons to be learned, or things to be worked through with each connection we bring into our existence. But I feel like the karma in particular with this person has been balanced out, okay, in the recent past. And this person's getting more, they're getting connected again to their happiness. They're getting connected to being more outspoken, alive, or they want to be. Okay, sorry, I've got a lot of different words, like, and they're all coming in at once. They want to feel alive again. You know, they want to feel alive. Yeah. That's an interesting message. And I have a One Republic song playing in the back of my head. Feel Again. I feel again. Oh, I haven't heard that song in so long. I love One Republic. Feel Again. It's one of their best songs. Like, the lyrics are, I can't believe they're not coming to me, because I love them and I should know that. Weird. Maybe I'll come back to it. So your perception of this person, Aquarius, you have the 10 of Swords here. The Tower. This is your perception of this person, okay? So there's a lot of pain here, Aquarius. You feel like this person hurt you. And I don't mean like just kind of hurt your feelings. I mean, like, this connection destroyed you emotionally, or this person destroyed you. That's your perception of the connection. There's some sort of hurt here, okay, in your perception of love in general, but in specific this person. You perceive them as unstable, you know, and somebody who Aquarius. Sorry. It's taking me a minute to get these out. Yeah, you feel like this person hurt you, that your perception is that the connection is unstable, or has been unstable in the past, that this person kind of does what they want, you know, says what they want, and doesn't really care, you know, if they hurt anybody else. And you find that quite unempathetic of this person. At the same time, you perceive like an obsessive quality to the connection, whether that's on your part or their part. You perceive this person as the jealous type. Ooh, Aquarius. This is going to be an interesting reading. This is going to be one of those readings that either it's hitting every mark for you or it's not. Okay, I feel like this is really specific. So, what is this person's perception of you? Seven of Wands, Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Death card at the bottom of the deck. So, Aquarius, this person's perception of you is that you don't want to be bothered with, you know, that you're trying to keep your peace, that, you know, you're kind of reading up on things that bring you peace, all right? And they perceive you as running from communication. So, this person thinks, Aquarius, that you avoid either telling the truth or having a true discussion with them, or they are, you know, because it can be vice versa. But I feel like, you know, the Page of Swords in this deck has a different meaning, but a lot of times this is the My Social Media card, okay? So this person could be getting their perception of you based off of social media alone without talking to you, or you, they. Okay, and that's dangerous territory to be in right there. All right. Or like this person could be reading into the situation, reading into you. It could be reading into your social media, or, you know, they could be going through your phone while you're sleeping or stuff like that. But for others of you, it's just simply, they perceive like a reading into it energy, whether they perceive as you as doing that or they themselves are actually doing that. So that's your perception of each other. Now, don't get it twisted. Perception is not always reality, but it's our reality, right? But let's see underneath all of that, what is the genuine emotion, the genuine feeling? Where is this stemming from? So on your side, Aquarius, you have the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Three of Swords. Yeah, there's an immense amount of hurt here. Genuinely, deeply. Aquarius, your emotions run really deep. And I think that you genuinely would like to have an opportunity to express it, or you would like for this person to genuinely express their emotions to you. But there's heartache here with the Three of Swords. And that could, you know, be a blockage here. But it's like, I almost get like this sense, and if you look at the pictures, which I'm not going to show you all of it because there's nudity in these cards. It's almost like the depiction is somebody like shocked that somebody would hurt them like that. You know, so I think that there's a part of you, Aquarius, that just really cannot believe that, like another person could have the ability to do that to you. And Aquarius, you're not a shallow sign. I know you get a bad reputation from people that don't understand Aquarius, is that you're aloof and detached and all of that. But your emotions run really deep, and your fixed nature, you know, you're not wishy-washy, right? So it's almost like you just cannot believe this person would hurt you like that. You just cannot believe it. Or they can't, but this is how you genuinely feel. So it's like, is deep. The devil. I wanted clarification on that. Yeah, there's that obsessive quality to the dynamic here, okay? So, how does this person genuinely feel about you? Underneath all of it, how do they genuinely feel about Aquarius? King of Cups, Four of Cups, Six of Wands. They genuinely don't want to give you attention. And I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because in the last mid-April reading, it was the same thing. They didn't want to speak to you. You know, they were trying to ignore you. And here I see that again, this genuine detachment. It's like, you know what it is? This person thinks that all you want is their attention, or like all you want is attention, and they're trying to make a point by not giving it to you. But actually, you have so much deep emotion towards this connection, and that like their perception is not even close to the reality. Because I get a sense of like this person like trying not to be bothered by the connection, trying to place their mind elsewhere, trying to act like they don't care because they think that you don't, or they think that you care but you're watching them, so they're pretending that they don't, or pretending they don't know something that they know, or, you know, something to deal with that. This person genuinely, they have genuine emotion here, but they're trying to channel it in a different way. It's almost like this person is trying to convince themselves that they feel nothing. But you don't have the King of Cups if you feel nothing, right? Or they're trying to put themselves in a space. They're also seeking for spiritual enlightenment, okay? And Aquarius, you genuinely have this person's attention. So what are the blocks? The blocks are the Fool. Okay, so that's really interesting. The supportive energy on their side was the Fool, and your blocks were the Fool. So, not willing to take a risk, okay? That's the blockage. Whether that's on your part or their part, like it's like wanting to just walk right past the connection, or yeah, I'm getting different messages than I keep hearing. Walk that line. You're going to walk that line. They're going to walk that line. I don't know what that means. Is that a song? Is that Johnny Cash? It's coming to me in the back of my brain. Is that the name of the song? I don't know. This person's blockage is the Ace of Wands. So their passion gets in their way. That's really interesting. That could mean that they have temper control problems, mood problems, or, you know, they allow like their intense passion to drive their decisions without necessarily weighing out the long-term effect. You know, like this could be someone who wants the immediate gratification of a certain feeling, not realizing that they may get that, but in the long term, it's not lasting, or it doesn't pan out the way that they wanted it to. And that's how things work when we're coming straight from passion and we're not including also logic and emotion. You know, you got to be balanced in all three. So that is the blockage here. So what is the most likely future outcome for my Aquariuses? I just saw, oh, hold on. the Wheel, the Empress. Now, keep in mind, any of the future energies can be changeable with free will, okay? So I'm just giving you a snapshot as of today, what the possibility, the most likely possibility would be. So the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune, which has now come out 3 different times. It came out twice in this reading and once in the reading I did for you on Sunday. So there's karma, karma, karma. And that could be good or bad based on, you know, have you been good or bad? You know, I mean, karma is not a punisher. Karma is to open you up so you can understand what it feels to be on all sides. And that is what grows you as a human being. So I don't want you to view that as a bad thing. But karma is here. Now, the Empress energy, I don't think you're going to budge. You know, the Empress is a Taurus energy, fixed energy. This is non-budgeable. This is like, I'll wait until the cows come home before I do anything in this situation. Okay, and you're with the Two of Swords, it's like closing your attention off, closing your heart off. And you're willing to wait for divine timing. And if divine timing doesn't come, then I think then you will accept that as your fate. You will accept that as destiny, right? So what's this person's most likely next step? 9 of Wands. They're skeptical, defensive. 4 of Swords, the Devil, and the 5 of Swords. So this person, I don't think is willing to budge either. Look at that depiction. They're like, no. I'm gonna sleep on it. You know, this person might be waiting, sleeping on it, thinking about it, dreaming about it. You know, feeling very tied to the connection with the Devil energy here. Stuck in their head, you know, and yet doing nothing, you know, nothing towards the connection, I should say, other than getting all stuck in their head about it and obsessing over it and trying to figure out how to pull the strings so that they don't have to act, but to get you to act, or they just want to continue to play the game. They may not even be consciously aware that they do that. Some of them are doing it on purpose. They're trying to get in your head, but the problem is they're getting in their own head. Like, this person's trying to affect your energy, not even realizing that all they're doing is affecting their own energy, their own space, their own mind, their own heart. That is how the law of attraction works, you know. So it's like, you know, I feel a sense of Aquarius coming to this point where you feel that like the lesson has run its course. All right. It brought you some really important lessons about your emotional self and your spiritual self that you would not have come to without the connection. So there is like having gratitude for that. But at the same time, you know, this energy is so hurt and damaged by this dynamic at the same time that you're willing to accept the connection as what it is, which is a lesson, you know. And I don't think you plan to make any more movement towards it. That's not forever and ever, amen. These are only 2-week readings, but as of now. And again, that can be changed with free will. You could change your mind, they could change their mind. But as of now, I think they're stuck in their head. You're not budging. There are misperceptions here on their side, and without talking, you know, you won't heal the connection. And I think a lot of you don't care to at this point. So yeah, sometimes you gotta let it run its course, you know. This video is going to trigger some people, and I know that. I encourage you to come back to this one because this one was really deep at the end of the 2 weeks period, and watch it again, sit on it. And I think your cross watcher needs to sit on it as well and really mull it over, okay, as far as what the next steps are and what was to be gained from the connection. So Aquarius. Yup. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with. Capricorn. I have a shit ton of Scorpio. Excuse my language. But I have Scorpio out once, twice, 3 times here. So definitely could be dealing with Scorpio, but it could be Pisces, could be Cancer. Let's see what else. Aries. I have Aries out twice. I have Taurus. I have Capricorn, if I didn't already say that. Leo and Libra. So those are the zodiac signs I see, but don't get too caught up on that, guys. It's a general reading. If the message resonated, then it's for you. I will leave it there. I'm wishing you all of the very, very best. Also, please do check out my Facebook and my Instagram, linked in the description box below. If you click the little link underneath my video, you can tap on it from there. Tap on it. That sounded bad. Luckily, nobody ever watches the end of videos. I should do a test one time. In fact, let me test this. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Baba baba doom bam. Now, let's see how many comments I get about what I just said, which was nonsensical. I bet none, because nobody ever watches the end of these. So, if you did watch the end of that, I hope that brought some light to your day, because that was a really intense reading. That was a deep reading. So, bring a little lightness to it. But yes, please do check out my Facebook, Instagram, and my merchandise. And now you can become a private member, as well as being able to subscribe for free. Thank you. Namaste. Bye.